situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Houston...
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something by Benz looking cute. That's honest. Her and her friends, big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the... Ain't no way somebody daddy ain't gonna give her the spins with her ends. Cause yeah, she did it. She did it again. A few more tracks and this time she brought friends. Big baby on her way up and shoulder says to a man's. Now salute the general. TGLX got plans. Yeah. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they in for. If we coming like this on the intro, what they here for? If they want the heat, no.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Houston Texans and the New York Giants. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Rolling to his... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
Looking deep here for Ebron. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
Fielded at the 43. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Texans will take over. First and 10 now for Mills and the Texans. Just shy of midfield at the 49. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Brought down on the play by Kayvon Thibodeau. They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 41.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, it usually doesn't work very well. And we saw in that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
A first down throw for Mills. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
6 yards left on second down. On second down, and it's a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
You remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camp?
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Man, they already cheating, bro. That's a fumble, man.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. They go play action. Mills. Open man there is Collins, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Now to Mechie on the jet sweep. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Give left side for Pierce. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Charles, a nice play there, wasting no time making his presence felt for this defense.
And you know, we heard the same conversation around the league. A lot of people were surprised that he was available, and they let him.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Giants at 2-6 now on the year. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
Now that's a fumble, man. Shit. They better give me that shit back.
7-0 on EA Sports. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders, it's not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to...
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Texans scoop it. And they will this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. Picked up by M.J. Stewart, and the Texans are going to take over at their own 41. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes...
Touchdown, Houston!
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. On 1st down, Jones. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mills. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing the game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And the Giants are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give them the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Off play action. Jones. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Malik Collins. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Steven Nelson, and he'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game, and Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly.
Mills hit, and he loses the ball. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And he converts, and it cuts the lead to 35-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On play action, Mills. This ball caught by Mechie. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. To throw, Mills. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Mills can't get away, and down he goes. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack. So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman.
Ugly ass first half, man. God, good game, bro.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On third down, here's Mills. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, it's Mills. To Pierce, they set up the screen. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Right back to him for 10 more and a 1st.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Play action now, Mills. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Pierce. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl.
And my goodness, another interception. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. Touchdown, Texans! John Mechie, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Jones now to throw on 3rd down. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. They'll try and throw for it here. This one is Slayton over the middle. And he is going to have the Giants 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They'll get 23 yards there. And that'll be good for a Giants 1st. Back to throw. Jones. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That goes for a gain of 31.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
A stretch to right there turned it into a really nice game. Meanwhile, Jones' throw. I
come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I'll pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise, make graveyards feel alive, break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, stay close, I'm that shining the light. I can make an earthquake nervous, I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night, and still my breath is a storm. I bet I can make the thunder clap when I perform. It's just that in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise, make graveyards feel alive, break the immortal down to his demise. I make the moon blue, I'm making pigs fly, now I move mountains. I would have beaten the heart of a crash test dummy. I'm more so astounded. Yeah. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I do the impossible, impossible. Impossible, impossible. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gon' give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. quite nuclear. Amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem.
Lil' tune flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men